Some uniforms don't just represent a country, they represent raw power. When these soldiers appear, the world takes notice. But number one will shock you. A uniform is never just fabric. It is identity. It is discipline. It is history stitched into every thread. When certain uniforms appear on the battlefield, or even in a room, the atmosphere changes. In 2026, military uniforms are no longer just camouflage. They are integrated combat systems, psychological weapons, symbols of global power. Tonight, we rank the 10 most powerful military uniforms in the world. Not by style, not by decoration, but by influence, technology, reputation, and the message they send. Let's begin. 10. North Korea. Korean People's Army. The uniform of the Korean People's Army is one of the most visually dramatic in the world. Rows of medals, gold braids, sharp-peaked caps. On parade grounds in Pyongyang, generals wear uniforms that project overwhelming authority. But this isn't about fashion. It's about symbolism. In 2026, the Korean People's Army uniform represents absolute hierarchy, state power, military-first ideology. Even combat uniforms reflect rigid discipline and centralized command. The message? Control, order, power through structure. And in geopolitics, perception matters. 9. South Korea. Republic of Korea. Army. Across the border stands one of the most prepared forces on Earth. The uniform of the Republic of Korea Army represents constant readiness, digital camouflage patterns, modernized armor, U.S. integrated systems. South Korea's military posture in 2026 is defined by one word: prepared. Their uniforms are built for rapid mobilization, mountain terrain, urban defense, advanced joint operations. Every soldier trains knowing the threat is real and close, and that reality shapes their uniform. 8. Germany. Bundeswehr. The uniform of the Bundeswehr is built around one of the most respected camouflage patterns in the world, Flecktarn. Developed for woodland effectiveness, it influenced multiple NATO nations. In 2026, Germany emphasizes modernized equipment, NATO interoperability, professional European precision. German uniforms are minimalist, clean, functional, purpose-driven. They represent a military rebuild on discipline and alliance cooperation. Power through structure, power through partnerships. 7. India. Indian Army. The uniform of the Indian Army must adapt to extremes, deserts, jungles, on high-altitude mountains above 16,000 feet. Few militaries operate across such varied terrain. In 2026, Indian combat uniforms emphasize cold weather survivability, mountain warfare readiness, sheer manpower scale. Ceremonial uniforms, meanwhile, project national pride and long-standing military tradition. India's strength isn't just in numbers, it's in adaptability, and the uniform reflects that versatility. 6. France. French Foreign Legion. Few uniforms are more recognizable than the white képi of the French Foreign Legion. Founded in 1831, composed of volunteers from around the world, the Legion uniform symbolizes something rare: second chances. In 2026, Legionnaires deploy globally: desert operations, African security missions, counter-terrorism support. Their combat uniforms blend into harsh environments, but their identity stands out. The white kepi is not just a hat, it is legend. 5. Israel. Israel Defense Forces. The uniform of the Israel Defense Forces prioritizes survival. Olive drab, minimal decoration, maximum practicality. Israel operates under constant security pressure. So in 2026, IDF uniforms emphasize rapid response, urban combat readiness, integrated tactical gear. Helmets customized, vests modified, gear tailored by experience. No excess, no unnecessary flair, only efficiency. Power through realism. 4. United Kingdom, British Army. The uniform of the British Army carries centuries of legacy. From red ceremonial tunics to modern multi-terrain pattern combat gear. The British uniform blends tradition and modernization. In 2026, advanced NATO cooperation, elite airborne units, special forces prestige, ceremonial units project history, combat units project capability. The British soldier's uniform carries weight, both literal and historical. 3. China, People's Liberation Army. The uniform of the People's Liberation Army has transformed dramatically. The Type 19 digital camouflage, integrated communication systems, modernized body armor. China's military modernization over the last decade has been rapid and visible. In 2026, PLA uniforms symbolize industrial strength, technological ambition, expanding global presence. From naval forces to ground troops, cohesion is central. Uniformity reflects unity, and unity projects power. 2. Russia, Russian Armed Forces. The uniform of the Russian Armed Forces carries heavy historical weight. From WWI legacy to modern tactical evolution, distinctive berets, digital camouflage, cold weather dominance, Russian uniforms in 2026 emphasize harsh environment readiness, armored warfare integration, elite Spetsnaz tactical presence. The aesthetic is unmistakable, hard, aggressive, battle-oriented. It signals resilience. First, United States, Special Operations. At number 1, the uniform systems used under United States Special Operations Command. In 2026, this is no longer just clothing. It's a combat platform, night vision compatibility, modular armor systems, integrated communications, drone-linked battlefield awareness. Elite units operate globally, rapid deployment, precision missions. Joint force integration in the uniform represents technological superiority, global operational reach, elite training infrastructure. It is designed not just for survival, but dominance. So what makes a military uniform powerful? Not medals, not color, not appearance. Power comes from training, history, discipline, technology, and the message it sends before a word is spoken. In 2026, uniforms are no longer just symbols, they are systems. Which one do you think deserves the top spot? Comment below. And if you respect military history, power, and global strategy, subscribe.